Hello student, today's topic is Kingdom Monera from your syllabus Fundamentals of Systematic chapter number 5th. So mostly the Monerans are the numerous and widespread organism on the earth. So Monerans are the primitive organism of the earth on the earth. It includes the smallest and the simplest life form and having the unicellular, that is single cell organism. Also it is live in the chains of the or the clusters. So this is the only kingdom which made from the prokaryotic organism. Prokaryotic organism means the prokaryotic organism doesn't carry the nucleus or the absence of nuclear membrane, so that they cannot distinguish the nucleus in the organism. So that is the prokaryotic organism. So we can say that kingdom Monera consists the organism all are prokaryotic organism. So basically they are prokaryotic in nature. Also they are unicellular, having no membrane bound organelles in the cytoplasm. We know that in eukaryotic organism all organelles are membrane bounded, but in monerans the organism are doesn't consist the membrane outside the organelles. So it is considered the single circular or chromosomes. Also it reproduced by the binary fission, that is splitting into two. So basically monerans consisting the single circular chromosome, and it is reproduced by the binary fission. So this is the typical diagram of the monerans. So this is the typical bacteria. Mostly these monerans consisting the bacteria. So this is the typical diagram of bacteria which consisting the pili for movement, then cell wall for it is cell wall support the structure, protection and make a protection, give protection to the bacteria. Also the cytoplasm present in these cells, and this cytoplasm is a part found around the organelles. Also in presence of ribosome. So these are the ribosomes. So ribosome is responsible for the production of the proteins. Also the flagella is important for this, somehow the flagella for the movement. And in the bacteria we know that the chromosome is a circular DNA which having the genetic makeup or genetic information of bacteria. So basically these monerans are classified into three categories, that is archaeobacteria, eubacteria and mycobacteria, or can say that mycoplasma. First of all, archaebacteria. So archaebacteria resemble first life form on the earth, and it is very primitive form of bacteria. So it is able to live in extreme condition, that is extreme condition of the earth surface. They can survive in the extreme condition, such as called as extremophilus. For some, so these are some types of extreme condition in which they can be survive, that is thermophilus, that is they can survive in extreme temperature. Also halophilus, very salty, so they can found in the very salty conditions. Also acidophilic, they can survive in acidic condition. Also alkaphilis, that is very basic condition. So archaebacteria can be found in the basic solutions also. And also methanogens means methane gas, so they can found in the methane gas production. So where the excess extreme condition, they can survive in the extreme condition on the earth's surface. So these are the first life form which is found on the earth, that is archaebacteria. So archaebacteria that survive best in the extreme environment. For example, hot springs, deep sea vent, boiling muds. So including methane forming, salt loving and heat loving bacteria. So this is the example of the morning glory pool in Yellowstone National Park. This is coloring comes from the massive amount of archaebacteria. So in this figure you can see that this is the color form due to the archaebacteria, which are the chemosensitizer. So they can be withstand extreme temperature. Thermophilic bacteria can only live live water which is very hot, about 70 to 75 degrees Celsius temperature they can survive, and also acidic as concentrated sulfuric acid they found in the hot spring. So basically these archibacteria can be survive in hot temperature and also in acidic condition of such a water. Next type, that is eubacteria. Eubacteria, also known as true bacteria, found in numerous environments such as the surface of human skin, intestine of animals, on the logs, etc. So basically eubacteria found on numerous environment. They are also found on the human body surface also. Often is identified with the germ staining method. We know that the eubacteria are the bacteria which is can be identified by the gram staining method, that is gram positive, gram negative. So gram negative, that cannot retain the stain when they tested, and gram positive means the stain dark blue or violet. So these eubacteria can be identified by using the stain, and this stain classify them into the gram negative and gram positive bacteria. So eubacteria is the largest group of monomerans, and a majority all these are the bacteria. So most are eubacteria are the decomposer, heterotrophic and saprophytic. So mostly these eubacteria are decomposer in nature. They decompose the dead and decaying matter. Also they are heterotrophic mode of nutrition, that is they depend on the other organism for their food purpose, and also they are saprophytic, that is they decay the dead matter. So some photosynthesis like cyanobacteria or chemosensitizer. So eubacteria also having some photosynthetic bacteria, that is like cyanobacteria, and some chemosensitizer, that is some bacteria which can make their own food material by using the chemicals present in on the earth surface. So this is type of eubacteria. So this is the gram positive bacteria and this is the gram negative bacteria. So basically the major group in kingdom true bacteria, that is bacteria and cyanobacteria. So eubacteria consisting the two bacterial classification, that is bacteria and cyanobacteria. So let's talk about the characteristics of true bacteria. So basically true bacteria absorb food molecules from their surrounding. So this true bacteria absorb their food material from their surrounding which are they live. So also they rely on other organism to provide them with food. Basically they depend on the other organism to provide them food. So they can be they having the heterotrophic mode of nitrification or saprophytic mode of nitrification. Also they decompose other living things to gain energy. Basically we can say that these true bacteria are the decomposer which can decompose the living things to get their energy. Due to this they often called as decomposer. So it can be beneficial to human being. For example, in the intestine bacteria help to digest food properly. So these true bacteria in kind of human case they are useful for digest the food. Next phyla, that is cyanobacteria. So basically these cyanobacteria live in fresh water. They are freshwater cyanobacteria. It contain the chlorophyll and produce their own food material. So we can say that cyanobacteria are autotrophic in mode of nitrification because they consisting the chlorophyll pigment which is useful for the photosynthesis process and producing their own food material. Also they have consisting the different shape and attached to each other in long chain or cluster. Cyanobacteria having the different shapes and form the chains and attached to each other and showing the different shades in the freshwater system. For example, cyanobacteria is smelly green scum found on the top of pond. So this is the type of fresh cyanobacteria which is found on the water surface. So next point, that is mycoplasma. So mycoplasma is the smallest living cell ever discovered. So this is the structure of mycoplasma which consisting the lipoprotein membrane, soluble protein, ribosome, DNA and soluble RNA. So this is the smallest living organism and it is found in the mononeurons. So basically, there are basic shape of bacteria, that is cocci shape, bacilli shape, and spirally. So cocci means it is round and responsible for the strep throat. Also, bacilli is a rod shape and responsible for the tooth decay and anthrax. So basically, these bacteria generate some diseases in human being and organism. Also, these are spirally shaped and easiest to identify. So these are the shape of the bacteria. So this is the spherical shape, that is cocci. Then this is rod shape, that is bacilli, and this is spirally shape. And these bacteria usually cause the disease in human being and organism. So basically, movement of bacteria. So bacteria move in numerous ways, that is squaring, gliding, and propulsion. So basically, these are type of movement which show the bacteria during their movement. So this movement caused by the flagella. So flagella move or rotate to propel the bacteria from one place to another place, like motorboat which move from one place to another place. Basically, these bacteria kind of useful or kind of harmful for the human being. For example, these bacteria can cause the diseases, food spoilage, food poisoning, agriculture damage, and pollution. So these bacteria are responsible for the disease causing organism are the bacteria in human being. Mostly these are responsible for the food spoilage. Also food poisoning are occur due to these bacteria, and agriculture damage. So some bacteria are responsible for the damage on the plant or agricultural crop. So bacteria can be helpful to human being because bacteria are mostly used to produce the dairy product, vinegar, chemicals, and probably most important antibiotics. So some bacteria having some kind of usefulness for the human being to produce the dairy products, vinegars, chemicals, and most important, that is antibiotics, which are useful for the disease control. Also, these bacteria are useful for to decompose dead matter and put nitrogen back in the soil, which is necessary for the health of plant. So basically, we know that the bacteria are the kind of having the heterotrophic mode of nutrition, and this heterotrophic mode of nutrition because they feed on the dead and decaying matter and decompose the dead and decaying matter, which is necessary for the nitrogen recycling to the back to the soil, and this nitrogen are essential for the growth of plant. So what happen if the all monoerans, that is all bacteria, were eliminated? So because these bacteria are kind of useful for the human being and human being survival. So if all the monoerans can be eliminated from the earth, are harmful for the plants and animals, because plants and animals life would be die soon, and monoerans directly and indirectly influence all survival of on the earth's surface. So these monoerans are important for the survival of all the plants and animals, and kinds of direct they can influence directly and indirectly survival of the earth. So that is for today. So in today's lecture we talking about the what is mean by the kingdom Monera and their general outline, that is the type, the classification of monerans, that is eubacteria, cyanobacteria, and mycoplasma are the type of bacteria and their shape and their general characters of bacteria. So that is for today. Thank you.